POV, a plane is crashing, but you jump out right before it lands. Whoever is writing my show, please spice it up, or the next month will be the series final. What if our whole life is a dream, and we are still in kindergarten taking a nap? We might listen to the same music, but I listen to it better than you. Save money by only buying the lenses and not the frames. POV, you were a little too honest with your therapist. Why does switching babies at the hospital low-key feel illegal? How the hell does traffic even happen? Like bro, just keep on driving. When you start believing every TikTok like your mom believes every Facebook post. Anytime anyone says something about their dad, please, my dad literally died 3 hours ago. The Grim Reaper works hard, but the TikTok algorithm works harder. Bro's body turned into the phone. When you finally convince him to go to therapy, and the therapist advises him to break up with you. Museums are actually so insane. Like, why are you charging me $30 to see some statue you stole 200 years ago? Give it back or let me in for free. When your dad was murdered and your mum got a cardboard cutout of him and he's just chilling at the dinner table. Schools get mad at you for missing school, so they make you miss more school. Being a procrastinator, but also a perfectionist, so you are constantly stressed about the quality of your work you haven't even started. When I wanted a cat, so I just went outside and caught one instead of adopting/buying. Sometimes I call missing child posters and scream, "Mummy, help me please." Why do girls say laugh my ass off when they don't even have one? People always tell introverts to be more talkative and leave their comfort zones, but no one ever tells extroverts to shut the fuck up and make the zone comfortable. How did I fail anatomy? My brain literally knows where all of my organs are, but won't tell me. When everyone rubs your pregnant girlfriend's stomach and says congratulations, but no one rubs your balls and says well done. When my family paid a Mr. Beast lookalike to visit me in hospital and I was too high to realize, if SeaWorld wants to cost $60, I'm taking something home with me. POV, I notice I'm losing attention on a date. Why shower every day when you can just shower 365 times in one day and be good for the rest of the year? Trust my gut, the same gut that shit my pants last month. Yeah, I don't think so. When they cheated on me while I was in the psychic ward, so I faked my death for 2 weeks and pretended to haunt them by leaving sticky notes on their car saying, when I say forever, I mean forever baby. Younger me first hearing about the Illuminati like they were going to be a daily problem. When I leaned in to kiss him and he threw his hands in the air and said, yay, before we started making out. Me, proofreading a professional email for the 10th time to make sure I did not call the CEO's mother a slur and that the attachment file is my resume and not a video of me dancing naked. Caught her cheating and sent a screenshot. I'm expecting her, sorry. She said, you thought you ate and blocked me bro. Me dyeing my hair blonde so my future kids will have blonde hair. 3 of the hardest things for people to say. 1. I was wrong. 2. I need help. 3. Worcester sauce. When you broke up 6 months ago, but still sneak in while he is sleeping, cause I miss seeing him sleep. I just know he actually sleeps after sending goodnight. Freedom of expression goes crazy. I control my dogs through emotional manipulation. Dating a religious girl is the best. I cheat, she finds out, then we pray about it and blame the devil. Who remembers in middle school when we used to get detention for eating the hidden rotting corpse inside the janitor's closet, attending the family dinner, and they bring up the time I got my Spanish teacher pregnant. Think you're smart. You studied for 10 hours and got 96%. I studied for 20 minutes and got 32%. That's 96% an hour versus your 0.96 hour. Therefore, I'm 10 times smarter than you. How to effectively hush a toddler. Things in my radioactive isolation room that just make sense. This filter is so realistic. It felt like Thor was coming inside of me. Shake your head to see how photogenic you are. Hey, I just wanted to let you know you're bold. When I go to turn on something for us to watch and her entire house surveillance pops up, doing the chica dance every day until I get a girlfriend. When my girlfriend wants to put missing child posters around for her little brother, but it has her number on it. Never was much of a romantic. I used to beg him to stop cheating on me by giving him money. You ever cry so hard you wake up like this? No. 4 signs you are bisexual. Number 5, you like men and women. That is not really relevant. I was not born in the wrong generation. I was not supposed to be born at all. My mum missed her doctor's appointment. Me, listening to my friend they passionately recommend a series that they love. I will literally never watch a single episode of this show. My little cousin turns 4 next month, but money is tight, so we are not going to tell her. Maybe ghost of insects you've killed come back to haunt you, and that's why you feel a bug crawling on you sometimes, when there's actually not. Can you make a video on breathing underwater? Cause it does not seem very real. Water is H2O, 1 hydrogen, 2 oxygen. Me, seeing almost everyone my age depressed and stressed out. Sorry, my dad died. The reason why I feel safe walking alone at night. Gary, everyone's saying it's breakup season, but he is not going anywhere. Me, explaining how it's actually really awesome that fire burns in the visible light, because otherwise we would be fucked. POV, your AirPods are noise cancelling and your phone is on do not disturb, so you don't don't realize you just ran through an active shooting. My dad, famous multi-billionaire, used to lock me in a closet while he jumped on his mini trampoline for an hour straight, eating the ingredients of a salad because I am too lazy to make one. You don't look French. What if April Fool's is actually on April 2nd and we've been April Fooled this entire time? When my dad starts using Bible verses against me in an argument, so I have to humble him with, the Bible did not seem to apply when you were cheating on mom, and he stays silent. When he opens my laptop and sees himself as a sim, married to my sim with 4 kids and a housemaid. Sometimes I have thoughts of having my limbs being cut off or being hospitalized or getting hit by a truck so people will finally feel sorry for me. What does this mean? Sometimes I like to use my empty liquor bottles as water bottles just to keep the neighbors guessing. Why is your dog really fucking ugly? That's the real question. When we were laying in bed together, he looked into my eyes lovingly and said, "You're the first Actually, no, you're not. Never mind. Are there any words without vowels in it? Hospital. So close." Telling a therapy client that the reason they self-sabotage is because it allows them to predict what is going to happen, which creates an illusion of self-control. I'm sick of pretending car guys aren't just like horse girls. Why do you try to scare your autistic friends by randomly stopping and staring at them? Are you legally considered alive? My son in the United States dressed up on the daily. I bet he does not even go to Harvard. When a client wants to trauma dump first session. No, stop. My dad and I are afraid of dwarfs. This isn't funny. You look like a divorced dad who dates 10 to 23-year-olds as a way to cope. No offense though. Big fan. When I'm minding my own business, and I remember he would literally ask permission to hit me whenever he was mad, and I told him if he ever hurt me, it would be okay, and I wouldn't leave him. I love how there's "you are not the father," and "no, you are not the mother." POV, you are laughing non-stop with your best friend, and you keep adding things which makes it even more funnier, and you can barely breathe. My parents, when they watched 2 layers of my flesh get ripped off my arm, and realized I wasn't fake whining about my cast burning for 6 months, and that the doctor really put my cast on severely wrong. Growing up and learning, I actually had a chance with like half of the YouTubers I had a crush on at 12. Africa is beautiful. Does Africa have houses? When I gave an ugly guy a chance on Bumble, and we went on a beach date 30 minutes from my dorm, but once I set up my spot, he said he forgot something in his car. He left and blocked me. When anyone asks me if I remember the guy I dated who was secretly homeless, had no car, and used my phone to cheat on me, was camping, and woke up to this horse watching me sleep, me explaining that during a nuclear explosion, there is a certain distance of the radius where all the frozen supermarket pizzas are cooked to perfection. I hate when people take my glasses and say, "Wow, you really can't see." No shit, I don't take a random person's wheelchair and say, "Wow, you really can't walk." Guys be 21, dating 16-year-olds, saying, "My life's a movie." Yeah bro, the Predator. Girl, you're looking radiant. Did you cause your parents to divorce? Just went out wearing my 1920s clothes and heard a girl ask her mom if I was a ghost, to which her mom replied, "No, I think that's just a lesbian." She told me, "I wonder what our kids are going to look like." No, they are going to wonder what I look like. Me, when a friend asked if I wanted to meet their boyfriend and they pulled up character AI. Sometimes when I need to get a ton of cleaning done, I put on a 50s top hits playlist and I pretend I'm a housewife whose husband will beat her if the house isn't spotless. Works like a charm. Writing his name on my thigh. Oswald. Bro, whose name is Oswald? Goofy name. Bro, this ain't the 1800s. I've never met anyone in my life named Oswald. You have the eyes of a tortured Victorian child. I love it. I was born in the wrong generation. I don't want to do schoolwork anymore. Send me to the coal mine. Me, finding couples public collaborative playlist and adding toxic songs to them. Me, when I pay an Etsy witch $10 to put a curse on my ex and then he died. My eye contact when smashing the no tip button on the iPad. When I found out that he cheated on me, and instead of breaking up, I made a fake account and sent him the proofs and told him that if he did not send me the money, I would send everything to his girlfriend. When he has a praise kink. How can you drive if you are visually impaired? Someone said there is no reason for you to raise your hand to knock on a door. Our Uber driver asked us if we were gay, and when we told him yes, he changed the radio station to play the holy choir music. Bro, I need to stop applying for random jobs. Now I have to go to Mars in 1 hour. POV, she cheated on you. So you make a nice bath with her candles and roses and then throw a toaster in the bathtub and she dies. Giving homeless people alcohol. Times are changing. Femboys are taking over. Redo your first emoji. Mine. Greek will destroy Turkey. My family died in a house fire. Thumbs up. An open enemy is better than a false friend. Bro knows because Brutus betrayed him too. When my mom lectures me on how she used to focus on her schoolwork, but my dad was her high school teacher. Creating a harsh and traumatizing environment so my plant can grow big and strong, just like my parents did for me. I was going to do this dance alone, but then my dad started mimicking me. Lovely. My dad beat me often. Hobbies include literally just sitting there, listening to music, and reading the lyrics at the same time, like capturing impressions on a movie. Gaslighting me does not work because I already don't trust my memory, and I don't care what actually happened. Maturing is realizing you don't need fun to have alcohol. Finding out that my boyfriend's apology was written by AI. Me tweeting Nikki sucks from my kidnapper's phone in his basement so the Barbs can dox my location when they move you to a new store because the whole team quit, and you find out it's because a homeless man crawled into the ceiling and died and they did not find him for 3 months. I cannot take any guy seriously with a girly birthday. What do you mean you were born on February 6th, May 21st? It's giving me the ick. In my 14 years on this earth, I have never seen a ginger Asian with black hair. I had a child today order just ranch. I didn't know what to do, so I gave him a bowl of ranch and watched him eat it like soup. I accidentally bumped into a lady once and apologized. She responded with, "Oh, don't apologize to me. I'm actually a really awful person," and walked away. I think about that interaction randomly all the time. When you space out in class and realize you are just a mind and a body, you could get up, scream, dance, do anything, but then people would look at you like you are crazy. Student life hack: if you are stressed about an important deadline, go for a walk and hope a car will hit you. Me and my friends in high school, when we did no medicine Fridays and purposely did not take our ADHD meds to wreak havoc on the school. Personally, I believe I'm not meant to work. No job is my dream job. Why would I dream of labor? I dream of looking pretty, living a soft and feminine life. I remember way too many small details about people, so I have to act dumb sometimes so I don't freak them out. In 2018, I ghosted a girl and she commented my phone number on all One Direction members' Instagrams saying Harry's number leaked, and I had to change my phone number 3 times. Me remembering the time I walked in on my boyfriend cheating on me and I left and came back 5 minutes later and asked to join. They declined. This guy I married in Minecraft in 8th grade is getting married to his real life fiance in May. The worst part is that he invited me. We e-dated for a full year when I was 13. Our physics teacher testing our boats in full clothes with shoes on. My mom was a gambling addict when we were younger. We lost our cars, our house, a business with major contracts, homeless for years, go to rehab. That is a weird way of saying your mom is bad at gambling. Me remembering that in 7th grade I texted my crush without me when she said she was showering. I married a man who smiled at me when the ultrasound tech told us our baby did not have a heartbeat anymore. My dad trying to find the car keys to drive me to the hospital because I was dying. My mom hiding them. I believed in God as a child because I always felt so moved during worship songs, and then once I went to a One Direction concert and felt the same thing and realized I just like live music. When he found out, I checked his altitude on Snap Maps so I could see if he was hanging out on the female or male floor dorm. Went to a function and did not have to say a single word. I had a random woman come up to me and say, "I don't know what it is about you, but you are radiating. Mummy never loved me" vibes. Kissed me, then left. I think about her every night. Plastic surgery, gone wrong. Nope, just born ugly. When a former hospital volunteer proudly told the story of when she snuck into a room and baptized a stillborn baby against the parents' wishes because if she did not, the baby would spend eternity in flames. When I'm scrolling TikTok like a normal person and remember that my mom and her only son are in a romantic relationship and they want me to move in with them so we can be a family again. When I pushed my little brother's head into the wall trying to beat him to the car on an Easter morning in 2007 to go to my grandparents' house and he just died. I'm racist, but damn. Me, after spending 10 years in medical school so I can perform my homie's prostate exam. Me when my ex and I broke up and he came into my house to say bye and thank you to my parents, and my mom started crying and said, "I'm so sorry, you deserve so much better than her." Like she wasn't lying. But what the fuck, mom? Why did you have to say that? When my ex's first cousin sends me a picture of them sleeping together because she thinks it'll make me jealous. Make a vodka sauce pasta with me because I'm grounded. Because I tried to charter a helicopter from New York to Maryland on my dad's credit card because I wanted to have dinner with my camp friend. I cannot wait to be old as hell opening Snapchat to have memories from 50 years ago, and it's me crying over a guy who played me, but they are dead, so I posted on my private story laughing. You look feminine and weak. What the fuck is this? Me, after talking crap about my physics teacher to my algebra teacher, and then seeing them at Target holding hands the same day. Oni-chan, I lost my dad. $40 per cookie is too much. Tell it about climate change. Dude, stop doing the golden Freddy pose. You are scaring the kids. If I can't smile, no one can. Shannon, please return my only child. I know you do not remember who I am because you have dementia, but I would appreciate my child. Me, staring at her oversized shirt, trying to figure out if she just likes wearing oversized shirts or it's one of her exes. I'm also not mentally stable. A customer making a completely normal and reasonable request. Me, fantasizing about taking my life in front of them. When women decided to fight for our rights, to know I have homework to do. I just have zero riz. Absolutely zero. Just tried flirting with someone by putting their text in ChatGPT and asking for for it. Flirty and Gen Z cool replies to their text. POV, you visit your man in federal prison every weekend. Why does it low-key feel kind of illegal to steal from stores? Me making my man sign that even if we break up, when I want more kids, he will give them to me, because I want all of my kids to be fully related. Atheists when they realize they watched Godzilla instead of Sciencezilla. When she says it's weird to get on your hands and knees in the shower. And imagine you're a rhinoceros experiencing the first savanna rain after an extended drought. I must try this unreal experience right away. When my parents ask how I slept, but I'm literally addicted to that mobile game where you sort different colors of water into tubes, and every time I closed my eyes, I just imagined new levels of the game. Me, being excited to have an online friend group. They were all one person faking a whole friend group. The European mind cannot comprehend this. Soon, you will swell with my child and be kept. What the how I looked at the cashier after handing them a piece of paper with $1 billion written in green crayon. I can't wait to be old. I'm going to go to diners alone to make young people sad. I might even pull a picture of my still alive wife to make those tears really roll. When you break up during work and your manager says, that is why we stay off our phones. POV, you played Truth or Dare and you got dead to go home. Who said white people don't season their food? Did you notice when Dream put the mask back on, the air quality in the east cleared up a bit? This falter is so Lana. No, because I want to be in New York City right now. It's so vintage. POV, your boyfriend cheats on you with your mum, then marries her, which results in you losing the most two important people in your life at the same time, and you are just supposed to move on and stay quiet about it while pretending it does not faze you at all. When I weighed his nuts before and after he left his boys' night, deleted some pictures of my first newborn nephew with the McDonald's app. Me, when I was 11, forgetting that my dad is a serial killer because he bought me a Barbie magazine. When our best friend gets shot right before her hot girl summer, I kicked him out of my bed because he was biting my face and hands, and now he is staring at me with this face. When I was 7, I won a goldfish at a carnival and brought it home, but the next day I thought he looked cold. What the actual fuck? When I was 10, a girl at church camp heard a rumor I was gay, and I woke up to her holding me down by the wrists and yelling Bible verses in my face. I immediately developed a crush on her. My sister thought it would be funny to record the flatline because it looked like I died. My great-grandma used to ground me. Look who's grounded. When I did a DNA test to find my biological dad, and it said he had died a few days before I was even conceived, which did not make sense to me. How could he be my dad if he died before I was even in my mother's stomach? That was until I found out my mom worked at a morgue, and when she got pregnant with me, she got fired for touching the bodies inappropriately. Back when I was single on dating apps, this guy messaged me once, and his opening line for some reason was, "Help, I just burned my rice. What do I do?" I responded almost immediately with, "Quick, put it in a bowl of phones." He then proceeded to unmatch me, and to this day, that's the funniest shit I've said in my entire life, and I still can't believe it was wasted on such an ungrateful recipient. I just learned about what Japan did in World War II in class. I've been shaking and crying ever since. This isn't the Sugeo Japan I know. This can't be real. Japan would never do that. I know from anime that Japan would never do this. I'm not reading that. After drowning 5 bottles of wine, 4 double vodkas, Emily had to reopen the store on the busiest day on the week at 6 a.m. with no cigarettes or vapes for her 9-hour shift. This performance has been compared to that of Michael Jordan playing with the flu in Game 5 of 1997 NBA Finals.